which is right behind me. It looks like it's gonna rain. It looks like it's kind of windy right now too. That's why I found this little kind of like enclosing here so you guys can hear me better, and also there's no water on the camera. I got a new DJI gimbal, so it should be a lot steadier when I go walking around. Just got my hair cut. I don't know what this guy did to my hair. It's also the wind. There's a lot of wind right now. Looks like it's gonna rain. Hope everyone's having a great day. It is Saturday. It is 4:02 p.m. here in Medellin, and today we're gonna talk about my update on the things that are happening in Medellin, both with the real estate market, particularly Airbnbs, and also safety issues, and what the mayor's been doing up until this point. What's up, Jamie? Hope you're having a good day. What's good? How you doing? Zombie, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day, Zombie. Heidi, what's up, Heidi? How you doing? Hope you guys are all having a great day. And yeah, so I'll wait until some more people show up here, but we're gonna talk about the current state of affairs, I guess, in regards to real estate and safety in Medellin, and also gonna give you a little walking tour of El Poblado and some history, because believe it or not, this is one of the city's oldest parks and parts of the city, and it has a lot of history that goes along with it. So I'll walk around, I'll show you a couple of the statues and what they mean, because a lot of people have seen them, but they don't realize what they mean or what they are, because no one really explains it. So I'll be doing that here once it was good, man. How you doing? So that's what we'll do here in a minute. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Saturday. It's gonna be rainy here today. I brought my umbrella. Everyone's bringing their umbrellas. I got a giant one actually. This thing is huge. But I won't need it right now because we're beneath a roof right now. Heidi, you're doing good? I'm great. Heidi, we did good on that Fortnite game. Yeah, that was fun playing with you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so by the way, guys, we've launched a new product for the Medellin Masterclass, which is apart from the Medellin Masterclass. It's called the Medellin Inner Circle. And what the Inner Circle is that we do events. We do at least 4 events every single month. So if you want to come with us to these events, whether it's networking events, going to a soccer match, going to the museums. For example, on May 3rd, our first event for May is going to be a downtown walking tour. You just pay the monthly fee and you don't have to do anything. We do everything else for you, whether it's if we need transportation, we get all the transportation done. If we need a tour guide, we get the tour guide. We'll have our camera guy taking pictures of everyone randomly so that you guys can post them on your stories, etc., and or share them with your family. But yeah, that's the Medellin Inner Circle. It's super fun. We already have I think 10 members. So on May 3rd, when we do our first one, we're gonna go with 10 people downtown on this walking tour, try all the different fruits and try all of the different and look at all the different shops, etc. But everyone, oh yeah, it started to rain now. It's definitely raining. Got all the Rappi drivers coming over here to sit in the shade. But yeah, so how's everyone doing? Christopher says, I believe that they really haven't explained what they're doing. What do you mean, Christopher? You don't, who hasn't explained what they're doing? I don't think there's a report on what people are doing. Yeah, it's definitely gonna rain here pretty badly too, I think. It's been dark all day. All right, we'll move here because we've got a few people joining us. So yeah, as far as the weather is concerned in Medellin, we are officially in rainy season. We had a drought for a long time, and they were talking about rationing water, meaning that they were gonna close or shut off water for a lot of people everywhere, but it hasn't happened. Luckily, it has started to rain, and as you can see it right now, I don't know if you can see that, but it's definitely raining. So hopefully that'll mark a difference between us having to ration water and being at a scarcity of water to being at a surplus at some point. It's gonna take a while for the surplus, but it's definitely raining. Here, I'll show you. Yeah, it started to rain pretty hard now. So I'm gonna give you guys an update as to what's going on in Medellin and what tourism is like right now, and also the real estate market, because I'm very in tune with that. Currently looking for our 6th property and dealing with that. On top of that, how my Airbnbs are doing and how my friends' Airbnbs are doing in general. And the safety issue, because everyone always wants to know about safety here, even though it's pretty darn safe. I mean, I'm walking around with a DJI and an iPhone 14 Pro Max, and I'm not at one bit worried that it's gonna get robbed here. But yeah, anyway, it is beautiful though, even with the rain. So yeah. What's up, Fortan? Andrew, I'm in Medellin right now. El Poblado downtown, nice. That's cool. Downtown's great. Oh, they haven't talked about the Airbnb situation, Christopher. Yeah, I'll update you on that. I'm pretty much aware of what's going on with Airbnb here. Andrew, have you had your baby yet? No, my baby's due on June 6th. Can't wait. It's gonna be super fun. Got to get my baby an Xbox. What's up, Jacob Morales? ¿Cómo estás, Jacob Morales? We are here in Medellin, in El Poblado. Look at that. It's pretty darn rainy right now. It's nice though. Look at that. I love when it rains in Medellin. It's so calming, I guess, and beautiful. That's awesome. Do we know the gender? Yeah, it's gonna be a boy. His name is Lorenzo. All right, so I guess I'll start updating you guys on what's going on as far as tourism in Medellin. Right now, tourism is, we're at low season, believe it or not. It's not a lot of people out here. You can tell the difference between high season and low season. We are in low season, but even though it's low season, I still feel like there's a lot of more people this low season than there were in previous low seasons. Meaning that I do notice that there's a lot of tourists walking up and down the streets. I always talk to Ubers and ask them how their work is going, as far as whether it's declined, and all of them tell me the same thing, that there's always work. There's always people to transport. There's always people coming into the city. It's just a matter of how hard they want to work, right? Obviously, during high seasons, a lot easier for them because they just have to turn on the app and rides will come. But right now in low season, they have to work a little harder. So that's basically the general consensus from not only the Ubers, but also the people that own the restaurants and stuff. For example, I like to eat lunch here. It's in these restaurants here in El Poblado, Parque Poblado, and they say the same thing. It's, you know, it's low season, so they get less people, but at the same time, there's people here, and it's not like they're going under. So it's good so far. Fortan, I only have met 2 other Canadians so far. Where are all the gringos? They're in El Poblado. Although even like, I'm in El Poblado, but look at everybody here is not gringo. Literally everybody here is Colombian. All these people are Colombian. I was there for 2 months, February, April, and only 3 days of rain. Yeah, that was the problem, is that we were going through like a pretty big drought, and things were looking pretty grim as far as water is concerned. But today, and we have officially entered the rainy season. I like the rainy season because even though it's rainy, it's not cold. Like, I'm in a t-shirt, I'm in a shirt and I'm good. So I'll never have to, you never really have to wear a sweater here or even a jacket, unless if you just don't want to get wet. But as long as you've got an umbrella, you're fine. Heidi, congrats, thank you. What kind of watch you got on? I got 0 watch on. I'm not a watch guy. I never wear watches, but I invest all my money in my cell phone. I need to get the 15. This is the 14 Pro Max. Quality is pretty darn good, but the iPhone 15 is even better, man. The iPhone 15 is even better. I'll get it probably later this year. We'll see. Yeah, I've never been a watch guy. I don't like to wear watches. Yeah, so anyway, as far as tourism is concerned, like I said, we are in low season right now, but you could still see people here. I think this low season has had more people than the previous low seasons. I think this year we're going to get a lot of tourism during high season as well. And I think it's due to a few factors. Number one is that Medellin's been in the news, even though it's been in the news for bad news throughout the end of last year and the beginning of this year because of all the foreigners that were being scoped and overdosed, etc. It was on the radar, and I'm sure it fell onto people's radars that aren't into the S-mongering or looking for women down here, and that just want to discover, the culture and discover the country. So it's become kind of, I guess, a buzzword or a trendy city to come to. And you could see that because I own Airbnbs here, and my vacancy rate right now, or my occupancy rate, is over 85% for this year, which is incredible. I don't do paid advertising or anything like that. It's just the platform pushing people to me, and then also me posting on Facebook groups, or my assistants posting on Facebook groups, etc. But really, the platform pushes a lot of people over to me, and I think it's because the demand is there. There's been, and the funny thing is that you would think that it's mostly men coming here to Medellin, but on the contrary, in my experience and my Airbnbs, it's mostly couples coming here, couples and families, like a father-son or father-son, mother-daughter. So I've had more of that this year than any other year in Medellin, which is a really good sign. That tells me that that it's a different demographic that are finding out about Medellin and experiencing it. Christopher, your girlfriend stays in Buenos Aires. Yeah, Buenos Aires is nice. I like it. It's cool. Don't wear watches. You wearing that big nose? That's true. I don't wear watches, but I do wear a big nose. No one's gonna rob a big nose, unless if you want it. Does it rain all day or just a few hours, then clear up? Yeah, it'll probably rain for a couple hours and then clear up. Although lately it was raining all night, like 2 nights ago. So I guess it's hit or miss. But yeah, it's rainy season has definitely started. Definitely started over here. You can see in the background, but it's already starting to let up. Yeah, it's already starting to let up. You love El Poblado? Yeah, I love El Poblado. So I'll share some things about El Poblado as this rain starts to let up and we can walk around. So El Poblado obviously is located in the Poblado neighborhood in Medellin. It has a rich history that dates back to the city's founding. Some of the key points are that the area of the park is now located. This area of the park was founded when Medellin was founded back in 1675. So this is one of the oldest areas of the city. It was like the epicenter in the 17th century for the early settlers of Medellin. And the area, or this park, was officially inaugurated in 1910, and it was under the name of El Parque de la Independencia, which is not what it's called now. Now it's called Parque del Poblado, but back then it was called Independence Park here. And in 1966, the park hosted a commemoration of the 350th anniversary of Medellin's founding. Wow, Medellin's been around for 350 years? Holy cow. And then in 1986, during the mayorship of Medellin, the park was declared a municipal cultural heritage. So this is actually like a protected area. You can't really buy and build in the park itself because it is protected. It's kind of like a historical center, or patrimony, I should say. It's 4,800 square feet of park, this whole area. And then obviously there's a whole bunch of shops and restaurants lining the park, and obviously like around that area. Yeah. What's Goku? Goku, you says that. What's up, Tempire Tep? Kiss my bullet. What's up? Goku says, you keep saying on YouTube in your videos that you were deported, but can you ever come back? I could probably come back at some point. I just haven't checked. As of right now, I can't come back. There's no way to come back, but I don't really want to go back. What's up, Edina? Name a car for an edit. What are you talking about? Name a car for an edit. A Honda. Living our best. Thinking of coming with my dog. Is it dog-friendly city? I think Medellin is one of the most dog-friendly cities in the world. You could even go with your dog inside the mall, and they have little kiosks or little stations where they have like doggy bags in case your dog goes in the what do you call it, in the in there. So yeah, it's definitely friendly, dog friendly here. Right, I'm fixing my, there we go. Yeah, it's definitely dog friendly here. Yeah, so anyway, we are in Parque del Poblado. Let me show you. It's still raining. I think I could walk around with my umbrella as I talk to you guys, and you guys could check out this area, which I love this area. I live like 2 blocks away from here, and it's a really, even though it's raining, it's not raining too hard. It never really rains like really hard. But yeah, we can walk. Oh my God. It's like there's puddles of water. I can't walk through there. I gotta go around. Yeah, so this is, I'll go through the park and then I'll show you guys the little shops and stuff around here. See, I got my umbrella here. Oh my gosh, I know my shoes are gonna get wet. I don't wanna get run over by a car either. All right, so I'm walking towards the park. This is the park right here. Let me show you. This is the park. This park's been around for over 300 years. It was I guess the epicenter in the 17th century when the first settlers came into Medellin. Obviously, most of them were indigenous people and Spanish. When the Spanish came in here and settled, obviously before the Revolutionary War, there was already settlements here. But this park is beautiful. The great thing about this park here, Parque del Poblado, is that at night, when it's not raining like this little center area, I'll go up here so you can see it right. This little center area is kind of like a stage, and impromptu performances happen here. Hey, T-Mac, thank you so much for the dono. I appreciate it. How you doing? What's up, Andrew? Not much, T-Mac. So this little center area here is where like street performers, impromptu poem readers, I guess spoken word poetry happens here. Mostly music, etc. down here. And it's like a little amphitheater. It's a tiny amphitheater. But people sit alongside and drink and smoke and listen to music, etc. All the chain hotels are not downtown. What's the top 2-3 best hotels walking distance to everything? I would say the Click Clack. Just go to the Click Clack. Probably the best hotel, I believe. Oh, you got the Click Clack, you got Celestino, and you've got the Landmark. What's up, Mr. Glenn? How you doing, Glenn? Yeah, so this is the little park here. There's a little plaque there. Actually, I've never even seen this plaque. Let's go look at it real quick. I hope I try not to like kill myself. That's thunder. It's thundering. All right, so there's a little plaque here in the middle of this square. All right. This little plaque here. Wow, this a plaque commemorating 400 years of the foundation of San Lorenzo de Aburrá, 1616 to 2016. Wow, that's amazing. That means that El Poblado has been around for 400 years. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, okay, so we'll keep walking through here. There we go. We'll keep walking through the park. So this is the park where, or the part where there's like live music and performers and stuff happen behind me, where we were just at. And then right here in front of me, there's the police station. It's called a CAI, which is like a small police station. It's not a huge one, but it's a little one right behind me, right there. And of course, there's no police around. When you need them, they'll hide. So that's the police station there. This is one of the earliest statues that were created here in Medellin, in El Poblado, hundreds of years ago. And it commemorates the early settlers that were here, which were indigenous people. And you can also see up here, there's like a conquistador, or like a Spaniard up there. And of course, you can't be Colombia if it doesn't have like a priest in it. It's a very Catholic nation. Then you got a naked woman gathering. What is she doing? Is that gold? Mining for gold, maybe? More indigenous people there. It is a pretty cool stone. Let's see, what does it say here? When was this? It says it was March in 1616 that this was erected. March of 1616. That's a long time ago. Yeah, March of 1616. Holy cow. That is a pretty old statue. All right, enough nudity for this stream. No more nudity. All right, so this is Avenida Poblado right here. For those of you guys that have been to Medellin, you know Avenida Poblado because everybody goes through it at some point. Avenida Poblado. It's great. That's the police station there. You stayed at Hotel #98. Nice. Andrew is the homie. It's called supporting the channel. Yeah, T-Mac, don't worry about the haters. Some people call them haters. I call them fans. Let me turn around here. Yeah. Ever since I started this YouTube channel, a lot of people ask me like, oh, how do you deal with all the haters? I'm like, what haters? I don't get any haters. I'll get like really retarded comments sometimes from people that are just, you know, wanting to be idiots. But all you do is block them. I mean, but it's never anything serious, right? For me, I focus on the positives. I focus on the people that actually support the channel. I focus on the people that join the Medellin Masterclass. I help the people that that reach out to me and just ask me questions. It's great. Yeah, it's definitely raining in Medellin, Snake Eyes. Take a look at this. It's like, it's actually pretty heavy rain right now. But yeah, it's not bad. Much love from Australia. What's good, man? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day, Ali. Goku, do they have other types of food beside Colombian food and El Poblado? Yeah, you can pretty much find all types of food here, from Thai food to Indian food, Italian food, Vietnamese food. Most of it's fusion. You're not gonna find the greatest of those, but it's all right. I mean, you can find, there's definitely a lot, the cuisine here has gotten a lot better lately, because before it was terrible. All right, so now we're going past this little area. Let me turn the camera around. Bienvenidos a Medellin. This little area is cool because there's a bunch of restaurants, and this little liquor store here has been here forever. And a lot of people just, back in the day, this park would get super crowded with people just standing out here looking. It's so beautiful, man. So beautiful. It's actually pretty peaceful when it rains because there's less people out, less traffic sometimes too. That's a beautiful area. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Raúl Ruiz says, I miss Medellín. We miss you. Estoy bien, hermano. ¿Y tú? Yo muy bien. Ali, ¿cómo estás? Chris says, what are the two most romantic restaurants? Probably El Cielo and Mamba Negra. El Cielo y Mamba Negra. You were there in October, Dunkin' Donuts in the corner? Yeah. So this place in the evening when it's not pouring rain is usually crowded with people at all of these restaurants right here. This is one of my favorites right here. It's called, oh, dale. Qué pena, dale. We got a couple. This is Las Costillas de Pedro. He has really good ribs. That's all he does here is ribs. This is Julio's restaurant. Welcome to Medellín. Come on. ¿Cómo está? Bien. There's a little bakery right here. It's really pouring now. Good thing I got this umbrella. All right. We got, oh, this is a new tattoo place right here. This is a new little bar right here. Pretty cool. This is a little cafe called Amel, which is really good. Maybe we'll stop in here while the rain lets up. Maybe get a coffee. Here, let me put you guys down real quick. I got my umbrella's like super wet, super rainy right now. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien, gracias. All right, so we're gonna order something here. I haven't eaten lunch. I only had breakfast today. But let's see, I'm gonna order coffee, for sure coffee, and probably, oh man. They only have desserts here. I haven't had the coffee here, so this will be my first time. It's called Amel coffee and pastries. Let's see what kind of coffee they have. Oh, they do have food. They have sandwiches. All right, I'm definitely gonna get I think I'm gonna get a cappuccino. Get an arepa. What's up, Easy? Yeah, I'm in Poblado. I'm Parque Poblado right here. But it is like pouring rain right now. So we found some, this is actually a really cool cafe. It's new. I've never been here before. Anyway, so the current state of... Hola. ¿Regalas una americana, por favor? Y una zanahoria. ¿Qué tiene?
Tengo chocolate o pan de bocadillo.
Pan de bocadillo. Sí. All right, so anyway, the current state of affairs in Medellin as far as real estate is concerned is that it's gotten more expensive. And it's gotten more expensive because obviously there was 10% inflation in 2023. At the end of 2023, inflation across the board is at 10%. On top of that, which means that appreciation followed suit. On top of that, in places like El Poblado and parts of Laureles, there's more demand for furnished apartments. So those apartments have also increased in price because of the fact that it's there. And but you could still find apartments here for 150,000 pesos. In El Poblado, you can find that's my budget right now. I'm trying to find an apartment right now between 100 and 150,000 pesos, with it doesn't have to be in a building that has security or elevators or what do you call it? Or I actually prefer it in a building that has no security guard, no amenities. It's just a 5-story building with 2 or 3 bedroom apartment. That's the type of apartment that I like to handle because I don't like to deal with an HOA. But you could still find an apartment at $100,000 to $150,000 like that. Now that means that that apartment's probably going to be 30 or 40 years old, so it's not new. If you want something new, you're going to be spending more than that, probably $150 plus $1,000. So yeah, you're gonna be finding it. You're gonna find that there are buildings that are newer with amenities that are going to be a lot more expensive than the ones that I'm talking about. I go for the cheaper ones that are in older buildings that I can remodel, and I don't have to deal with a homeowners association, and I don't have to deal with security guard, etc. I could kind of do my own thing, but I cater to higher end clients, believe it or not. My Airbnbs right now are at an 85% occupancy rate. I make an average of about $10,000 to $15,000 a month on them, and it's a beautiful thing. It's great because it's a side business that's kind of self-sufficient, and the operating cost is not very expensive. There are annoying costs to having an Airbnb here. You have to be registered with the tourism board. That's one of the things that the new mayor is cracking down on. He hasn't implemented any new restrictions or laws to Airbnbs. He's just cracking down and being a stickler to the current rules and regulations. One of them being that you have to be registered with the National Tourism Board. And by registering with the National Tourism Board means that you have to abide by certain policies and certain things or certain requirements that they give you. For example, obviously you have to pay. It's not expensive to register. Oh, gracias. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. This looks so good. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is lunch for me, by the way. Does Colombia still offer real estate investment visa? Yes, they do. They do. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's taste the coffee. One sip, everyone knows the rules. That's pretty good. It's an Americano. I didn't get the cappuccino. I didn't get the cappuccino since I got this. This is sweet enough for me right here. Dang. But anyway, so some of the requirements that the Board of Tourism requires you to abide by, or rules that you have to follow, are that you have to obviously register. You obviously you have to register. You have to pay to register. On top of that, whenever you get a new guest, they have to fill out a form that includes their name, their passport number, the reason why they're coming here or why they're here, whether it's tourism, business, family, whatever, medical, whatever it is. They want you to fill that out. And if you're not filling that out, you can get in trouble. And the problem has been with my tenants is that they're not used to that. They're not used to someone. So what I was doing is I would create a WhatsApp group, and I would send my tenant. I'd be like, I'd check them in and everything, and I'd say, okay, I'm going to send you a link so you guys could fill out a form, and then they'd get it, and they wouldn't fill it out because they don't want to give their personal information. They don't understand that it's not me that's asking for this; it's the actual government. So what I had to do was I had to buy a clipboard and print it out so that when I check it in, I have them fill it out right then and there. Because if you don't do that, you can get in trouble with the National Tourism Board, and you can get your license removed or your board license removed. And obviously, without that board license, you can't be on Airbnb platform. What people were doing is that they weren't registering with the tourism board, and they were just putting any number just so that they can be on the platform. So what the governor, or I guess what the mayor did, he set up a task force to indeed registered with the Board of Tourism. And up to now, it's been about 2,000 Airbnbs that have been shut down. That's a lot of Airbnbs. So imagine you're making $1,000, $2,000 a month on your Airbnb, and all of a sudden you're shut down just because you didn't register with the tourism board. It's not even that expensive. It's super cheap. It's not an ongoing thing. You just have to renew it every year. But you do have to abide by those requirements. Another requirement is that you have to have a first aid kit, a fire extinguishers, fire escape route, or an emergency plan, etc. So if you have an Airbnb in Colombia and you're registered with the tourism board, you're basically a company, a business that's running for tourism. So you have to have those things in place. Otherwise, they'll shut you down. And that's what's happening, or what has happened since the beginning of the year, or since the new mayor announced that he was going to be cracking down on this stuff. And he has shut down about 2,000 Airbnbs in the city. How has that impacted people? Well, people like me, I mean, it sucks for the people that had those Airbnbs, and I don't know why they didn't register. Maybe there was different reasons why they didn't register and they got shut down, and it sucks for them if they depended on that money, but rules are there for a reason, right? You got to abide by them. As far as how it's impacted me positively, because that means that the inventory on the platform has lowered and my property has been being pushed out more and more and more. Like I said, my occupancy rate is almost at 90% this year. It's just above 85% so far this year, without me having to do any type of advertising or any paid advertising or anything like that, which is amazing. So for me, it's a good thing, and I'm sure for other Airbnb owners that do follow the rules, these other Airbnbs being shut down has lowered the competition. So more people take a look at my property. So I've been getting more bookings and a higher occupancy rate. So I guess there's a silver lining for everything, right? All right, so let's taste this thing, man. Look at that. Okay, so let me tell you what it is. It's a cake. It's a cake, and it has guava on top. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That is so good. Holy shit. This is so good. That is really good. I love it. When I visited an Airbnb in Guatapé, I had to produce documents for my daughter and nephew. Since they are minors, I was prepared because I know the focus on protecting minors. That's good, yeah. WTF, YouTube, what's up? How's it going? Fortan, all of the hotels that you stayed in require the government, that form from the government, that they take a photocopy of your passport. Yeah. So with hotels, you expect that. But when you get into an Airbnb, some people don't expect that. So I got pushback from my tenants earlier this year. So what I've resorted to is just printing it all out and explaining it to them when I check them in and say, hey, you got to fill this out or else I'm going to be canceled, or my registration form is going to be canceled or whatever. What's up, Austin, Texas in the house? Much love. Hope you're having a good day. Medellin in the house. It's kind of starting to let up a little bit, as you can see over here. It's starting to let up, but I think it's going to continue raining, which is good because we need the rain. The rain. Oh wait, can I? Oh look, I can move the camera. I got a new gimbal, so I got a new gimbal, so I don't have to actually move the camera. I could do it with the joystick. This is so cool. All right, so I'm gonna finish this and talk to you guys for a bit. Tonight, I'm gonna go watch the Lakers get swept by the Nuggets. I'm a diehard Lakers fan, but I know basketball, and the way that the Lakers are playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they got swept today in LA. Sad. Nacional plays Tolima, so all of my teams are doing shitty. The Lakers are not doing well right now. They're 0-3 in the NBA playoffs. Atlético Nacional, which is my favorite team in Colombia, they are at almost the bottom of the table. They're in 13th position out of 20, or I think 17. Anyway, they're almost at the bottom of the table, so they're sucking ass right now. And they got to play Tolima. Tolima's number 1 on the table, so they're probably going to get smoked tonight here in El Estadio, and it's pouring rain, so that doesn't help the cause either. And there's UFC tonight. Easy says it's to be a Lakers fan right now. I know. And I'm a Raiders fan too, so that doesn't help. So it's like I'm getting beat up at all costs. Colombian, what's up? I'm happy about the new rules. Yeah, I'm happy about them too. I think regulations and rules are good, especially if it's meant to protect people, and that's what they are. I mean, that's what they're there for. There are no new rules, though. Don't get it misinformed. There's no new rules or new regulations. It's just the enforcement of the current rules and regulations that weren't being enforced before. So some people are getting messed up. Wow, that was lightning. That's normal, though. It's like, that's not, I mean, that's Medellin. That was pretty close. That lightning thing almost struck. So WeWork is right here. The WeWork building, that's the WeWork building, and the lightning struck right above it. That was pretty close. Ali Musa says, I have been learning Spanish for 8 months. Wow, congratulations. And I'm looking to move to Medellin in the next 2 years, hopefully. Well, if you keep learning Spanish for the next 2 years, you're gonna come back here, you're gonna come here like fluent. By the way, this cake is just phenomenal, this thing. It could be that I didn't eat lunch, so I'm like super hungry. It is 4:43 right now. Oh yeah. So yeah, there's been no talk of new regulations or new rules on Airbnbs. So that's the update on the Airbnb situation. It's still basically the same as it was a couple months ago when they started enforcing the current regulations and getting people shut down or off the platform until they were registered with the tourism board. So there's nothing new there. I guess the new news about that is that the impact has impacted people like myself positively, because that means there's less apartments on Airbnb, and that means that my apartment gets shown more, so my occupancy rate has gone through the roof, and the return obviously goes through the roof as well. They needed to do that ever since the mayor did this. I haven't seen as many Pookies on Medellin walkthrough videos. Oh, they're still here. I'm sure they're still here. I mean, I gotta walk up Calle 10. I walk up Calle 10 every time I go to watch the Lakers at my bar, and you still see them. But I think you're right. I think it's less than before. There's less of the mongers out here. But I think it's because they're being scared away by all the negative news about them. Like, you're making yourself a target if you're doing that kind of stuff out here. That's really what it is. It comes down to, if you want to stay safe in Medellin, don't do certain things. And we know what those certain things are now because we watch enough YouTube videos to understand what we shouldn't be doing. So I think that's also deterring those type of people from coming here and or being out on the street. I mean, hopefully we don't see any more of those, people being, deleted. I'll be going to Las Vegas in 2 weeks, and we'll bring you something from the official Raiders. What? That's the best gift anybody could ever give me. I'll be back in Medellin next month. Let's go, easy. Hit me up when you're here. Andrew, you have absolutely beautiful Airbnb, clean and neat. Thank you, Jacob. Wait, Jacob Morales. Did you stay in my Airbnb? Is that the Jacob Morales that stayed in my Airbnb? If it is, that's amazing. How you doing, Jacob? Hope you're having a great day. I had a Jacob Morales stay in one of my Airbnbs. I don't know if that's you. But yes, I appreciate it. I still owe you a coffee in Barrio Manila. Yeah, I'm down. I'm always down for coffee. If you guys are in town, by the way, guys, I created the Medellin Inner Circle, which is you pay monthly. It's only $50 monthly. And me and my team, we handle all of the events. So if you're in town and you want to go to events with us, whether it's language exchanges, soccer matches, the networking events that we go to, real estate events, or just to have fun, go out and go downtown to go shopping. That's what we're going to do on May 3rd. Check out the Medellin Inner Circle. The link is in the description below. It's a monthly subscription where we take care of all of the logistics. If there's a tour guide that has to be hired, we hire them for you. All you got to do is show up and take pictures and enjoy it. And we've already launched it, and our first events are going to be in May, but we're going to do it every month. So if you don't want to join in May because you're not going to be in Medellin in May, that's okay. It's going to continue the whole year. But when you get down here, you can join and then look at the calendar of events and say, yeah, I like those events. I'm going to join. and you can pay monthly. Obviously, if you pay, like, let's say 3 months in advance or 6 months in advance, you get a discount instead of just going month to month. It's up to you. Regardless, when you're down here, hit me up. I'm always down, especially if you like the Lakers, Raiders, and or Angels and Dodgers. And right now we're in the NHL playoffs too. The Kings aren't looking too hot either. I think they're 0-3. Oh man, this is so good. All of my teams are terrible right now. All right, I'm full now. What are your thoughts about La Estrella and Sabaneta? I like the new construction there. I love La Estrella and Sabaneta. The thing that I love about both of those areas, more Sabaneta than La Estrella, is that it's more like a small town. So it's not in Medellin, it's outside of the city, and it's kind of like a little small town, so it's got its own environment, it's got its own economy. You don't really have to leave the area in order to find everything that you need to live a tranquil life, especially if you like easy, tranquil living. If you like to party and do things, and be out every night, then those areas are not going to be for you. But if you like a nice, quiet life and you work maybe from home and you want a place that's really affordable and nice and it's very Colombian, meaning that there's not much tourism or expats living in there, then Sabaneta and La Estrella are great. So those are the pros. Another pro with Sabaneta and La Estrella is that it's cheaper than pretty much anywhere else in Medellin. I think Sabaneta could be a little bit more expensive than some of the neighborhoods in Medellin that are the same estrato. Remember, I'm talking about the same income level. Just because there's been more of an influx of locals going down there, because locals have discovered that it's a great place to live because it's cheaper and it's nice. So you might find it to be a little bit more expensive than before, but it's still cheaper than El Poblado or Laureles, and it's nice. So I highly recommend it if you like that type of lifestyle. Now the cons, there are a couple cons. The number one con for me is getting in and out of there. There's really only one way to get in and out, so traffic is going to be terrible pretty much at all times of the day going in and out of there. The streets are narrow there, so traffic, bottlenecks a lot there. Which I don't like, but again, if you're living there and you don't even have a car and there's no need for you to move in and out of there or take public transportation, then that won't affect you. But it is a con for those that do have to commute, right? Another con is that it's farther from the city. It's not adjacent to Medellin. It's a couple cities away, where Envigado is adjacent, Itagüí is adjacent. You got to keep going south to get to Sabaneta. So if you need to get into the city for some reason, that's going to be a mission sometimes, especially because of the traffic situation. So those are the two biggest cons, that the traffic within the city is bad, and then, or within the little town, I guess, or the small municipality, it could be bad. And number two is that it's farther from Medellin, so if you do need to get into the city, it's going to take you half a day getting in and out. What's up, the Stallion Roses? Dude, serious question. Why are your eyes on the side of your head? Hey, it's the way I was born, man. But it's okay. I'm comfortable with my body. So La Estrella and Sabaneta are great. And so is Envigado. Envigado is a great area to live in as well. But again, it's removed from the city. So if you need to come in here, you're going to have to commute. The little center of town is nice. Yeah, it is. Well, I finished my coffee. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this though. It's too much sugar for me. I'm not a sweet guy, but it is good. It was really good. It's like a guava cake. Really good. How's AK Joel? I hope he's doing well. Yeah, AK is doing great. I talked to him today. He's traveling right now. He's in Bogota for like a business conference. So anyway, so that's the current state of affair, I guess, with real estate and Airbnbs right now in Medellin. Now on to the next topic, which is safety in Medellin. What is the current state of safety in Medellin? And I'm just going off feeling. The way I feel today is I feel that Medellin is safer than it was at the end of the year last year. And I think it was less safe during November, December, because historically, statistically, Medellin gets more dangerous in December. I guess because thieves also need to celebrate Christmas, right? So, and obviously people are coming home from work with cash from their bonuses, because in Colombia, if you're an employee in Colombia, a salaried employee, you're supposed to get legally what you call prima, or bonuses. A bonus every August and December. So in December, crime rate goes up because thieves know that most people are coming home with that prima in their hand, right? A lot of people that get paid in cash, and obviously more people going out shopping, so they have more money on them, etc. So crime rate goes up. But I feel that the crime rate right now and the general sense of safety is is higher right now than it was at the end of the year last year. I've been to downtown this year. I've been to downtown twice to buy stuff, and I feel like it's been fine. I don't feel unsafe. Obviously, I've never let my guard down either. It's not like I wear, Rolexes or chains or anything like that. And I don't walk around with wads of cash either. I just look like a normal person. And I obviously could pass for Colombian because I am Colombian. So I think that is a plus on my side. But at the same time, I feel like the energy in the city is safer. I think locals also feel the same way, that it has become a little safer, especially since the new mayor has cracked down on crime as well. I think it feels better. Medellin is getting safer for passport bros and expats, but not the same for the children of our city. The children of our city have always suffered, and it's because of Colombians. The number one customer and the number one trafficker is a Colombian. Remember that. Not a foreigner or an expat. The number one trafficker of children and women and people, and the number one consumer and customer of women and children are Colombian. Don't get it twisted. And it has always been that way. Child exploitation has been a problem in Medellin since I was born. I was born in 1981, and there has been reports of child trafficking and human trafficking from Colombia, and there's movies about it. It's a problem when there's movies about it. There's a really good movie, The Sound of Silence or something, or the Sounds of Freedom, about a true story of Colombian, minor trafficking. So, the number one consumers are Colombian, and the number one traffickers are Colombian. It's a problem that we have, that it's easier to point the finger and say, oh, it's these foreigners are taking advantage. They're taking advantage of a problem that has existed in Colombia for decades. So that's just the way it is right now. It sucks. So anyway, yeah. So safety has been better. Safety has been a lot. It feels better. I feel like people are just generally happy right now. I don't know what it is. Whether it's the economy getting better, the new mayor giving everyone hope, but I feel that people are generally happier right now. And pretty much every day that I go out, whether it's a weekday or a weekend like today, I see people all over the place. I go to language exchanges pretty much every week. I go to Gringo Tuesdays. I go to the dance free one on Thursdays. I try to go to different language exchanges, and every time I go, whether it's a Tuesday, a Wednesday, or Thursday, there's always people out. It seems like there's people. The money is, the economy has gotten better. That's just my general feeling. I don't have any data to back that up. Obviously, we could look it up, but that's the way I feel. I have a friend who is from Bogota. She is moving back from Australia next year, and she plans on opening her own business in cosmetic beauty. She wants to do that in Medellin. That's a good idea. I mean, cosmetic beauty is a huge industry in Medellin and Colombia as a whole. That's a good idea. It could be a good idea. Between the law and the criminals, who really has the power in Colombia, the government still has probably the most power, but they're backed by these huge narco operations. I mean, it's just like in the United States, right? Who really has? Foreigners didn't make the problem; they just put it on the map. True, but you also got to blame social media in that regard. I agree. Yeah, there is a problem, and that has to be stopped. And I think there's been it's been quelled so far. It's been quelled, and I think it's been quelled because of the negative news, and then foreigners obviously getting arrested or getting caught, etc. So I think it's been quelled so far, but it's a deep-rooted issue. It's a sociological issue that Medellin has, and we have to deal with it as a people. A granny pack is the best thing I ever bought. I don't know what a granny pack is. What's up, Derwin? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day, Derwin. But anyway, yeah, so in regards to safety, I think that Medellin has become a little safer. It's definitely safer than it was at the end of last year. On top of that, I think that tourists are safer right now as well. It seems like there are less reports. I mean, and I follow the news a lot, especially on social media, in the Facebook groups, etc., of people that report, them being robbed or whatever. You'll still hear the people that got scoped or the people that got robbed, but it seems like it's at a lower rate than before. It's not as high rate as it was towards the end of last year, which was kind of like it was like the Wild West out here. But now it's definitely gotten better. All right, so the rain has settled. I'm gonna pay my bill, and we'll do one final walk through this neighborhood. So I want to show you all the little shops and stuff over here. Let me pay real quick. Te cancelo con tarjeta, por favor. Yeah, so, yeah, I love this neighborhood. So, by the way, this is El Poblado, or Parque del Poblado, but this neighborhood right here is called Astorga. So we're gonna do a little walkthrough of Astorga, so you guys can check out the little shops and stuff. There's a couple new restaurants and new coffee shops as well. So we'll walk through it and we'll do a lap. What's up, TES? How do you meet women if Tinder dating apps are unsafe? I don't do any apps. I just meet them naturally. I'm out all the time. I'm at language exchanges. Gracias. Okay. Estuvo muy bueno eso. Estuvo muy bueno ¿Es de guava y qué más?
Pan.
Ah, de pan. No necesito copiar. Gracias. All right, let's go. All right, let me grab my umbrella. It's still raining a little bit. All right. So this is Astorga. Yeah, it's still raining. Let me show you guys this neighborhood. It's so beautiful. So we were, so Parque Poblado is that way. We just walked from there and had coffee right there. Had a little bread. It was a bread guava cake. That's what she said it was. This is where there's restaurants with outdoor seating. And then there's some more restaurants over here. For example, this is a newer cafe right here called Manchuria. There's that little coffee shop as well. Yeah, it's definitely rainy season. It's gonna rain for the next 3 months. We definitely need it. We were at like a drought. This right here is called Messiah. This is the Messiah Hostel, boutique hostel and hotel. It's owned by French people. So every time I go in there, there's French people because it's owned by, it's a French company. But a little hidden gem is the fact that right here at the bottom floor, they have Hello Burgers. One of the best burgers in town, in my opinion. Sin ranero. You have really kissable lips. Dang, I hope you're a girl. But if you're not, it's okay. Bestial, this they only do pork stuff here at Bestial. They only do like pork ribs, pulled pork sandwiches, etc. This is a really good little restaurant there as well. This is the Messiah Hostel with Hello Burger next to it. They have a really cool rooftop, and they have a little pool that you can go into. You can pay for the day. You could do the day. You know, if you're a foreigner, you could probably walk in there and nobody will say anything. They'll think that you're staying there. But you could also just pay to go in. This is another little, I'll get on this side so we could see better. This right here is another really good coffee spot called Campesino Cafe. It's great if you want to work because their internet's pretty good. I think last time I was there, I clocked it at 100 megas, which is perfect just, you know, for the type of work that I do. And their coffee is good, straight from farm. It's called Campesino Cafe because they source their coffee directly from the farm. Doesn't go through any middleman, which is pretty cool. Jason, you can't wait to visit? Yeah. By the way, this neighborhood, if you want to look it up on Google Maps, is called Astorga. Astorga. In El Poblado. And then here's another cool little restaurant called, well, it's not little, it's a big restaurant. It's called La Matriarca. Their specialty is, they have a grill, so they do steaks. But they also have a lot of seafood here. Their specialty is seafood here, according to their menu. But they do have a grill with steaks. La Matriarca. It's really big in there. Who's playing? Oh, oh my gosh. Chelsea's getting beat. Chelsea's getting beat by Aston Villa. All my teams are terrible, man. The only team that's doing pretty good is Liverpool that I love. See, this is La Matriarca right here. Matriarca Medellin. So this is Astorga. All right, so we're gonna go past the bums on the street here. Let's see. People don't stop for you even if you're going through the crosswalk. So when you come down here, make sure to always look both ways because people also drive on the wrong side of the road sometimes as well. Oh my God. My umbrella got stuck. All right, so yeah, so that's a pretty good spot right there. As far as oh, right here, this spot right here is the best. This is a really great cafe. Let me see if I could go inside. This is called Café Dragon right here. Let me turn this around right here. This is an awesome little spot right here. Café Dragon. I'm just gonna walk through and not talk. How beautiful is this place? Look at that. Super cool. And contrary to popular belief, I would say that 90% of everybody in here is Colombian. There's not, I see one foreigner over there, that's it. So when people say that El Poblado is full of tourists, literally 90% of the people in here are all Colombian, so it's not. What a great little place, huh? It's called Café Dragon or Dragon Cafe. Sheesh. All right. All right, so we're still in Astorga, by the way. Are there any halal restaurants? Yeah, there's a couple of halal restaurants here. This is Urbania, another little cafe. Again, 100% of the people in there are Colombian. Everyone's speaking Spanish. Well, maybe the girls in the back? No, they're Colombian as well. It's a guy and a girl. So when people say that in Medellin you don't get the in El Poblado you don't have like the authentic Colombian feel, I could get that when people say that. These suites right here, these are orange suites. This is an older building, but these are pretty nice apartments, and I think a lot of them are Airbnbs. Let's keep going. We'll go back this way and keep circling around, because if we keep going that way, over there is Patio Bonito, so we don't want to leave Astorga just yet. Que va bien, papi. Oh shit. That's the local cars and stuff, and he's kind of a crackhead, but he's cool. What are some of the places you go to for dates in Medellin? Literally any of these. Like, this is a great date spot right here, It's called Café Dragon. This is a great date spot. That's a great date spot right there as well. It's called Matriarca. It's a restaurant. It's a really big restaurant. Look how big it spans all the way that way. All right, so this is Cafe Astorga. We'll go 1 block this way to continue the tour of Astorga neighborhood. Are there any Lebanese restaurants? Yeah, there's a couple Lebanese restaurants. Okay, so these, we're coming up on this building right here on the right. This big building are the famous Astorga lofts. They are basically duplex lofts that are beautiful up in there. I have a couple friends that have apartments in there and they're just absolutely awesome. A lot of natural light. They're very expensive though. That's Astorga lofts. Let's see if I could get a better view of the building over here. That's Astorga lofts right there. It's great. Looks like the rain is letting up now too. Harry, there's one in Laureles. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. I think the one in Laureles is newer. The halal restaurant or Lebanese restaurant. But I know there's a couple in Poblado that are halal. There's a new one. I forget the name. But anyway, I'm sure if you search it on Google, you can find it. All right, so we're going to go 1 block this way. And then back into the park. Let me turn, there we go, turn the camera around. Oh my gosh. Why don't you want to work? There we go. All right, so we're gonna go across the street and try not to die because people are terrible drivers here. Okay, so I think it's still sprinkling. Yeah, it's still sprinkling. Still need the umbrella, unfortunately. So we're walking through Astorga. There's Astorga lofts in the background over there. And we'll go back into Parque Poblado, but there's a couple things that I want to show you guys here. All right. Sorry for the shaking. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this is one of my favorite art pieces in the city, is right here. This big ass mural here is pretty amazing. Pretty Instagrammable. A lot of people take pictures in front of it. But every few months they get a new artist to update this. Wow, look at that. This is I think if one picture would just sum up Medellin, it's that one right there. Yeah, look at that. That's amazing. Ro Diddy says, I don't know if you addressed this in the past, but I haven't seen you with your old podcast buddy, Joel. Is everything okay? Yeah, Joel's great. I think he's traveling right now. We still work together with our digital marketing company. But yeah, he stays under the radar. Okay, so talking about another date spot. Somebody asked about a date spot. This is a great date spot right here. So you get tickets to the Improv. This is an Improv right here. We're on the corner, one corner down from Parque del Poblado, which is up there. This is an actual Improv studio. So you can get tickets to the Improv, and while you wait, or in the intermission, or even after, you can hang out at Metropole. Metropole is this little corner bar right there that only serves craft beer on tap right there at that corner, which is pretty amazing. So that's a really good date that I've done quite a few times, but it is in Spanish. So if you're Spanish bar, you're not going to have fun at the Improv, but you can have fun at the beer spot. We got some tourists right there. All right, so we'll go down this street real quick before going back up into the park. because I want to show you guys a staple of Medellin, which is Sweet Georgia Cafe. So this is the Metropole right here. Don't really feel like a beer. I'm trying to quit beer at all. This is so this is a little Spanish restaurant here. La Tienda del Vino. They do like Spanish paellas and stuff. And then Sweet Georgia Cafe is right there. It's kind of a staple for, I think mostly for the black community or the African American community, because it is owned by a black guy, obviously from Georgia. But it's definitely a staple. What are some places you go on dates? I already know about Super Bowling. Yeah, Super Bowling is a cool spot, but I'm not a big bowler, so I don't really go to Super Bowling. Here's another, I guess, famous building here, Casa Roma. It's been around for a long time. These apartments over here in Astorga. And then this one is new right here. You probably see it. It's called Golden Valley Hotel. Look at that. Let's go across the street, see if we could get a better view of it. By the way, that's Sweet Georgia Cafe. I sometimes go there to watch a game or two. So this is the new hotel, this new giant hotel. It's pretty big. I mean, look at that. It's kind of ugly, to be honest. It's not done yet, though. The Golden Valley Hotel. Thanks. Me and my Dominican girlfriend will definitely try improv. We're coming the 17th. Nice. Yeah, Medellin has crime problems. Yeah, just like any major city, there's crime problems here. I think Medellin has more crime problems than most safe cities in the world, obviously, because it's not a first world. More than anything, we have a corruption problem and a justice system problem, to be honest. This is a new building as well. These are all Airbnbs, by the way. It's an Airbnb building. And then their first floor has a pretty cool bar. Never been in it, actually. It's called Sippin' and Flippin'. What are they? Are they flipping on? Looks like that guy's cracked out on acid. Sippin' and flippin'. That's pretty cool. Okay, so there's this new cafe. Here, there's this new bar right here that is so cool. This is as far as I'm gonna go down because this is kind of the limit of Astorga. But this is the coolest little corner bar. I think it's trending right now. There's nobody here because they just opened and it's raining. But usually in the evening, there's a lot of people just sitting out here and drinking. Let me turn this around. This little corner bar right here is so cool. And it's trending. A lot of people will be sitting here at night and drinking. Very cool. All right, we'll go back up. We'll go back up to the park. That's so this is Astorga. All right, so is it still raining? Yeah, it's still sprinkling. I don't want to get the camera wet. Yeah, the Click Clack's a nice place to go to for sure. They've got restaurants in there. They've got like 5 restaurants inside the Click Clack, which is great. And they've got like a rooftop too. Like a pool on the rooftop. Yeah, this is great. Oh, guys, you gotta see this. This is so cool. Look at these clouds in the mountains up here. It's just so cool. It's like out of a movie. There's clouds back there. Like low-hanging clouds. It's amazing. It's definitely more peaceful when it rains. All right, we're about a block away from Parque del Poblado, which we're gonna go back to. Raining really. Give it a little walk through and then I gotta go because I gotta go watch Lakers. Hopefully the Lakers won't lose and get knocked out of the playoffs. The rain washes away the sin. Did you try Mamba Negra restaurant yet? No, I haven't yet. I've been meaning to. I can't. Nobody will ever stop for you. Oh, this guy stopped. That's a W. This guy's not even looking this way. Don't run me over. Here's another little famous hostel called Panela Hostel. If you were like a traveler on a budget, this is definitely worth it. Very low price. And if you like cured meats, there's an Argentinian guy that owns this right here, this little deli. It's a little hidden gem inside of Parque del Poblado, or El Poblado. It's a little deli. Obviously, it's closed right now, but he has cured meats. If you're a meat eater, you should stream the Laker game. I'd be copyright stricken. Here's another famous restaurant that's been here for a lot of years, for many years. It's called Piccolo Pizza. The pizza's horrible, but it's famous. So if you've got a date and you tell her I'm taking you to Piccolo, she might like it. It's a pretty big restaurant. Yeah, the pizza is subpar. Best pizza place is Cafe Zorba? Yeah, it is. That's across the street over there. Okay, this is one of my favorite places to come on a date as well. It's called Barrica. They've got like 15 beers on tap, and their food is pretty good. Right here. It's called Barrica. Like bar and then Rica. It's really nice. They got a DJ spinning in there. Should I be right stricken walking through here? But again, I would venture to say that 95 to 100% of the people in there are Colombian. Contrary to popular belief that El Poblado is full of tourists and gringos, it's still 100%, 90% Colombian. Look at that. This is a great picture this guy's taking of this guy. He's ready for the game. Nacional. Okay, I'll do a little walkthrough of Barrica. I'm not gonna talk so that they don't know that I'm live, but there's like a little DJ spinning here. There's the bar. They have more than 15 people on 15. This is the bar right here. These are all the beers that they have on tap. It's more than 15. It's like 20. It's nice. Hola. Qué pena. People playing Jenga. Okay. Again, not one foreigner in there. Hello, papá, ¿cómo vas? Hoy quién gana? Hoy quién gana? Sí, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo has estado? Muy bien, hoy gana el verde. Listo. Gracias, papi. That guy was definitely sniffing some glue. He even had glue on his nose. All right, so this is this is the corner of Parque del Poblado right here, which is cool because there's a couple restaurants right here and a little corner bar. And they've got outdoor seating right here, which is really cool. Is it rain season there right now? Yes, it is. Yeah, there was a kid in the bar. And another I think positive that this park can offer is that there is a taxi station here. So let's say you can't get an Uber for some reason. Look at all these taxis, and it's a legit station where they actually take down the taxi's info. They ask you where you're going and they register where you're going. So it's a safe spot to grab a taxi if you ever need to. Let's say you're in Parque Lleras or even in Provenza and you're out here late, like talking 3 o'clock in the morning, it gets really crowded and hard to get a car. You can walk down here and get a taxi from this taxi station. Right there. See, they're asking me if I want service, a taxi service. All right, so we're back at Parque del Poblado. I'll give you another little hidden gem that a lot of people don't know about in Parque del Poblado, which is a restaurant. Again, it's a really good date spot or just a good spot to go with friends. It's over here. What's up, Mr. Snowball? Mr. Snow and Lawn, not Snowball. What's up, Snow and Lawn? Annie Ja, what's up? Which months are usually rainy? May, June, July. May, June, July are usually rainy. Okay, so over here, there's a little restaurant that is so good, but it's hidden. So this is Parque del Poblado. There's Avenida del Poblado and Calle 10. But over here, through this little door over here, on this second floor, you've got Alambique, one of the best restaurants in town. Should I walk through there? Kind of feel like people don't want me walking in through their restaurants with a live camera on, but we'll figure it out. We could play Frogger here and try to pass the street too. Oh, Melvin. Yes, Melvin. How you doing? Sorry, Melvin. Sorry, Melvin. What's up? All right, so we're going to do a little walkthrough of Alambique, and I think I'll end it after that, but I think it's worth it because Alambique is a beautiful little restaurant. Let's check it out. Let's try not to die by crossing the street here. This is Alambique right here. All right, I'm not going to talk very much because I don't want people to see. See if the internet holds up. Oh, it might not even be open for service. It's still early for dinner. Buenas, ¿cómo estás? Solo quería ver el espacio. ¿Está bien?
Perfecto. ¿El señor desea después de pronto una mesa solamente?
No, era solo para mirar y pues yo he comido acá, pero les quería mostrar a ellos. Gracias. All right, so we were allowed to come in. Look at this. This is such a great spot. Look at this. They have a little bar downstairs, and they only serve 3 drinks at this bar. 3 cocktails, but they're like specialty cocktails. Really great. This is Alambique, and this is a restaurant. While you wait for your table, because there's no reservations here, you just have to come, you can't reserve. While you wait for your table, you can order a drink at this bar, have a seat, or you can order your drink and go up here. They have another little waiting lounge upstairs. We'll go to the waiting lounge real quick, and then we'll go into the restaurant area, which is awesome as well. This is right across the street from Parque del Poblado. This is the other little waiting lounge while you wait for your table, because again, you cannot reserve a table here. Is cannabis legal in Medellin? No, it's decriminalized. It's decriminalized, but it's not legal. All right, let's go into the restaurant area so you can check that out. This restaurant's so cool. Hola, muchas gracias. And that is the restaurant. It's pretty amazing, actually. The food is really good too. Definitely a great spot. It's a little hidden gem. A lot of people don't know about it. It's a tropical Amsterdam. Yeah, exactly. Both the white stuff and the green stuff have been decriminalized here. Same with the S working or offering S services. That's been decriminalized in Colombia. Protected by the Constitution, actually. All right, so this was Alambique, the little hidden gem within El Poblado, or across the street from El Parque del Poblado. Definitely worth the visit. It looks like the rain is, when it rains like this, where it's just sprinkling, it usually means that it's gonna rain all day. Or all night, I should say. Got to put my umbrella up again. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me on this trip to El Poblado. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you want to join me on these adventures when you're in Medellin, check out the Medellin Inner Circle. The link is in the description below. I'll see you guys here in Medellin. Have a good night.